In my opinion. You know.
Okay, so here's the audience. Put that down.
Wait, did you just show the audience?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, so what's up, guys? My name is Sean Lenart, and I'm going to tell you how to deadlift today. Reach for the stars. Why did I say reach for the stars? Well, I've been reaching for the stars, or my body potential, since I was about 13 years old. I started playing football, and through football I learned the basics to exercising, like how to lose fat, gain muscle, and use the cardiovascular system, running sprints, trying not to die, you know, that sort of thing. Then I carried that to high school, where I started wrestling and playing lacrosse. And I also have been on a routine weightlifting schedule for the past 2 years. And I know it's hard to find time to kind of like go to the gym with work and class or whatever else you might be doing. So this is just kind of a cheat code. If you can only go to the gym and do one workout, this is the one you want to be doing, the deadlift. And I want to look at the big picture before we go into the workout. Obesity is a growing epidemic in America. This graph, courtesy of FloridaCharts.com, basically shows us that with age, obesity is increasing. And you see the 12 to 19-year-old age group is the largest here, and it's at 20.5 between males and females. So that means roughly 1 in 5 people between the ages of 12 and 19 are suffering from obesity. That's a really big number. So how can we be the next healthiest generation, not just for ourselves, but for the people after us? Here's one workout and one step towards that goal. So why deadlift? It's simple, which means it's easy for beginners. Basically all you're doing is getting low, picking up a bar, and setting it back down. It's easy, right? Well, it's also effective. A physiologist, Kevin Farley, did a study where he took males and females and ran them through a deadlifting schedule a few times a week for a month, and he found huge increases in their posterior chain muscles, which are the hamstrings, glutes, and your spinal erectors here. So that's why deadlifting will improve your posture and also your grip strength automatically. I used to have a problem with slouching when I was a kid. I would always kind of like walk around like this. For some reason, started deadlifting, straightened me right up. So it has more uses than you would think. How do you deadlift? So it doesn't matter how much you're lifting, but how you're lifting. Form is very, very important. I'm going to walk you through the steps now. I just need a prop here. I'm going to use a skateboard since it's closest. So we'll just act like this is a barbell. You want to get low, your feet shoulder width apart. Grab the barbell here on the outside of your hamstrings. You can either do one hand over the bar, one hand under, especially if it's a lot of weight. That really helps, just holding the weight itself in your hands. But it's better to start at both hands overhand if you can. So from there, you want to stand up using your legs, shoulders rolled back and your back straight. Stand up using your legs, and then follow the first 2 steps to drop it down, also using your legs. You do not want to use your back. If you do, it could cause some serious spinal lower back injury, which could be very, very bad. So you want to make sure you're not doing that. How not to deadlift? This is just a few things I see far too often. Even professional weightlifters will stand up after completing the deadlift, and they'll kind of lean back and overextend their hamstrings. I'm not sure why they do that, because that just puts unnecessary stress on your spinal cord. You just want to stand straight up at the end of the lift. It's that easy. Lower the bar all the way. Some people will start up here, kind of go down halfway. You want to make sure you're starting in the starting position and then going all the way down and dropping the weight. You don't want to start here, drop the weight. I see that happen way too often. It's not as effective that way. Again, lift with your legs. I put this here because it's such an important point. If you go down and your back is rolled like this rather than straight, it's likely that you'll be using your back when you go to lift up here. So just make sure your back is straight, and you shouldn't be putting any unnecessary stress on your back or spine. Maybe a preference, but I like to wear flat shoes. I know a lot of weightlifters do, like Lane Noel. If you go to his his lifting guide. He'll also tell you to wear flat shoes. The only reason your lower back is getting a workout is to keep you balanced. And it's just holding you steady. When you go back up, you aren't actually using that back. So the better your balance, the more comfortable you are, the less stress you'll put on your lower back and spine. And yeah, any questions, guys?
What's your max?
250.
Impressive.
Had to work on it for a while, but yeah. It's always been, my lower back is one of my weakest areas, so that's why I try to work on it most. I've been progressing pretty slowly, but it's okay. It's just important that you get out there and do it. Any other questions? Questions are good, if you have any. No? Okay, thanks guys.
Do we clap?